Two very viral salads. One that's eaten with acheke and the other one is eaten with African salad. But it doesn't have to be only eaten with African salad. You can have it with any kind of salad that you want, Caesar salad, plain salad, or you can even eat it by itself. That's how delicious both of these salads are. As always, everything is going to be listed in the description below. Thank you all for those of you guys who are liking, commenting. I mean, it really helps my small YouTube channel. Putting all of this together really requires a lot of work, like the editing, the shooting, even typing up the recipes, even the voiceovers. It is work. So your engagement, it really like helps me and motivates me and it keeps me going. So let's get into it. For the first salad we're going to make is the cucumber salad for the acheke. Onion, red, orange, yellow, green bell pepper. Use a quarter of a tomato because you don't want the tomato to produce too much water. You don't want it to be soggy. And the first key here is you want to cut it as thin as possible. I just want to make a little quick side note. I do have a co-host with me. That's my daughter. It's going to be impossible to record this without her. So if you hear her, she's also telling you what you should do in the cucumber salad. So you want to cut it as thin as possible. This just helps it taste better. But if you really don't care for it, that's okay. Cut it any way that you like. After cutting it and it's as thin as possible and I add everything together, I usually put it in the fridge to let it sit for an hour because it helps it break down. I am adding onions to it, and when the onions are too big, it has like an oniony taste. And here's my daughter. She's letting you guys know what the secret ingredient is. Putting the cucumber salad in the fridge and letting it break down eliminates that oniony taste I was talking about earlier. For the most part, this recipe is very straightforward. All you just have to do is cut up your vegetables. Later in the video, you're going to add your additions, and then you just have it with acheke. If you don't want to have it with acheke, you can eat it with whatever you like, and you can also eat it by yourself. While you guys are here, I do want to ask you a question. I want you guys to give me like feedback. I am curious to know which level or state of cooking my viewers are in. Are you a really good cook and you can see the recipes and replicate them without a lot of instructions? Are you a beginner cook and you really require all the details possible? Are you somewhere in the middle where some things doesn't make sense but you can get the most of it? Understanding this helps me do voiceover that makes sense and caters to all learning types. So I would really appreciate any kind of feedback that you can give. It really helps me improve as I'm trying to figure it out. I know how to do other aspects of social media and voiceovers and things like that, but YouTube is different. So I want to make sure that you guys are getting the best instructions, voiceovers as possible. You're done cutting up all of your veggie. Your second step now is to just add your additionals onto it. You're going to go in with spicy mustard. I would prefer if you use spicy mustard, then you're going to go in with mayo. I have gotten a lot of questions about seasoning. I typically say use any seasoning that you like, but start with your basic. Salt, black pepper, garlic powder. You can even use paprika. If you want it a little spicy, you can do that as well. You can add either chili flakes or cayenne pepper. Add oil so it mixes easily, and you're going to add maybe less than a tablespoon of vinegar. The mustard is a little on the acidic side, so you don't want it to be too sour. And when that's done, you just mix it up. Look how beautiful it looks. I love how colorful it is. This is like one of my favorite cucumber salads. I literally eat it with I don't eat it. I was going to say I eat it with everything, but there are some people who have been eating with everything because they love it so much. And here is what it looks like when it comes together. It has sat in the fridge and I had it with acheke. This is the final result. It was just incredible. Like the flavors, everything paired so well. And I hope you give this cucumber salad a try. When you do, you're going to be addicted. I do want to apologize in advance for anyone who becomes addicted and in love with this cucumber salad. For the second viral salad, you're going to follow the same kind of steps that I did with the first one that was eaten with acheke. So I did onions, I did red bell pepper, orange bell pepper, green bell pepper. I did scallions. I didn't add tomatoes to this. I'm not the biggest fan of tomato and I can do without it. What else did I add into this? One onion is good enough, but I think I added a second one. The first onion that you see that has color, that's like my Moroccan onion sauce that I use. I had leftovers. I wanted to get rid of it, and that's what I did. And then I added chickpeas. The chickpeas, you can do it fresh or canned chickpeas is good enough. I did canned chickpeas just to speed. I didn't have a lot of time to speed things up, and that is it. You're gonna go in with the same mayo, mustard kind of seasoning that you like. If you don't like mayo, don't use mayo. If you don't like mustard, don't use mustard. Mix everything together, season it with the same kind of things. See cooking like a canvas, right? If there's something else that you would love to add, you can add it there. Nothing is gonna happen. That's the fun part about cooking. You're allowed to experiment. You're allowed to do things differently. You're allowed to add. You're allowed to subtract. And either way, as long as you enjoy it, that's all that matters. So here it is, mixing it up. Whenever I'm eating a salad and I want additional protein or additional fiber, I would typically add the chickpeas into it, and it is just beloved. This is like amazing. Of course, you can eat it by itself. You can eat it with salad. You can eat it with whatever it is that you like. And here is the beauty. I just love when I make these cucumber salads or these chickpea salads because I just love seeing how colorful it is. It feels so earthly, so much life. I think it's the colors that really do it for me. My videos did get out of order, and you're going to see me bring up a seasoning on the screen. So before I started mixing it up, of course, I added a little bit of that garlic blend, and then I started mixing up, and this was the final. Here's your bite, as some people would say. As I'm thinking about this, like my mouth is watering because I know what this tasted like. So I can't wait for you guys to try it. Let me know. If you follow me on other social media, please send me a picture. I do love seeing them. What I was doing was just beautifying the egg to add it to my African salad, cutting it diagonally so it can look presentable, look beautiful. And that's just what I did there. I cannot wait for you guys to try it. Someone asked me for this, and I got it done as fast as possible. And here is the final. Here's what it looks like when I'm done making the egg look beautiful. And this is how I enjoy the cucumber salad. It was on top of this. This recipe is up. If you give this recipe a try, please let me know how you liked it. Let me know what you didn't like. If this was easy to follow, if it wasn't easy to follow, please don't be shy. Please let me know. I will try and link this below in the description, but that is it. And of course, I ate this African salad with my hand. It just tastes better. And when you hear me saying African salad, I'm referring to Francophone West African salad. This is typically how the Francophone West Africans eat their salad, minus the chickpeas. I wanted it a little bit healthier and a little bit richer, so that's what I did. But our recipe is coming to an end. I hope you like this video. Whether you try the chickpea salad or the regular salad, I hope it is something that brings joy to you. And until our next recipe, please give this a shot and let me know.